Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Fourth lecture on the same chapter. Chapter 3, Physiography and Drainage of India and Brazil. I've already explained to you India physical, Brazil physical, India drainage. Today, the fourth part of the same chapter, that is Brazil drainage. Let's just revive over the India physical, where India has physical features of 5 types. You have the Himalayas, North Indian plains, the peninsular region, the coastal region, and that region of the islands of India. The Himalayan region starts from the Kumaon to right up to the Arunachal Pradesh in the east, whereas the North Indian plain, where you have Haryana, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Patna, all of those states. Then below that you have your peninsular region, right from the Aravalli ranges to the Nilgiri hills, bottom down there. Between them the eastern Ghats and the western Ghats are there. Then you have your coastal region of 7,517 kilometers of Indian coastline, and finally you have the Andaman Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal and Lakshadweep Island in the Arabian Sea. That was all about the Indian physical features of India. Then we had the Brazilian part of it, where again Brazil has been divided into 5 parts. The highlands of Brazil, the Guiana Highland, the Paternal Highland, the Brazilian Shield Highland. Then you have the Great Escarpment region, which is in the southern hemisphere on the eastern coast, exactly South Atlantic Ocean out there. Then you have the coastal region, again same like India. India has 7,517 kilometers of coastline, whereas Brazil has 7,400 kilometers of coastline, where it has only one ocean, that is the Atlantic Ocean, whereas India has the Arabian Sea on the western side, the Bay of Bengal on the eastern side, and at the bottom of it, or the southern tip of it, we have your Indian Ocean. But Brazil has only one ocean, and that is the Atlantic Ocean. The northern hemisphere ocean is called the North Atlantic Ocean, and the southern hemisphere ocean is called the South Atlantic Ocean. Then the coastal line, where you have the Casino Beach, which is 200 kilometers of sand beach completely out there. Then you have the group of islands around 300 kilometers from the island, from the mainland. All the physical features are available out there. Then we move on to India drainage, where India drainage has mainly in the northern part 2 river systems out there. One is the Sindhu river system, which is more commonly known as the Indus river system, which has 5 major rivers: the river Satluj, river Jhelum, river Pias. All these 5 rivers are there, and that's all starts in Jammu Kashmir and passes from Jammu Kashmir into Afghanistan, then Pakistan, and empties itself into the Arabian Sea. Whereas the one more river is starting in the Tibetan region, that is at the Lake Mansarovar, and it is the Brahmaputra River. In that same river, which when it passes through China, it is called as Sangpo. Then it enters into India through the Arunachal Pradesh state, which the name again changes out there. The name out there is Dihang, and when it completely comes into India, then the name changes back to Brahmaputra, and again from India it goes into Bangladesh. When it goes into Bangladesh, again the same river has another change in name, and that name is Jamuna in the country of Bangladesh. Then you have the Ganges, where most of the rivers start in the Himalayan regions for India, and then the south flowing rivers, north flowing rivers. Then you have 2 major rivers that flow into the Arabian Sea, that is river Narmada and river Tapi. Apart from that, there are many others, like you have the river Sabarmati, you have river Luni, you have river Periyar. All these rivers move into, they do not empty themselves into the river, into the Arabian Sea, but they disappear into the country of India itself. That is why major two rivers flowing into the Arabian Sea is your river Narmada and the river Tapi. Again, there are ample amount of rivers that move into the Bay of Bengal. All or most of the rivers start in the state of Maharashtra. You have Trimbakeshwar, that is the origin of river Godavari. You have Mahabaleshwar, where you have the river Krishna has its origin out there. Then you have Bhima Shankar, where the river Bhima itself has its originality out there and beginning from there. All these rivers move towards the Bay of Bengal. If you go once again from bottom down to top, it's Kaveri, then Krishna, then Godavari, then Mahanadi, then the Subarnalekha, Damodar. All rivers are finally there, and the largest delta of the world is found in India itself, and that is the name of the trees out there is found in Sundari trees. Therefore, the name of the region, the mangroves out there, is known as Sundari or Sundarbans. Now let's move on with the Brazilian drainage system, that is the river system of Brazil, page number 20, figure number 3.4. Here, if you see, all the rivers are moving northwards or southwards. You have to remember the direction of the river. The main or major river is your Amazon River basin, where the width, not the length, but the width goes from 150 to 200 kilometers in width, where the largest business found out there is lumberjack form of business, that is lumbering. Woods are being cut and thrown into the river, and the best or cheapest mode of transport is your water transport, and that is the main way you can move on with it. If you look up into the northern part of Brazil, you have your Marajo Island out there, and that is the main outlet for the Amazon River basin. All the rivers, the river Negro, river Branca, river Japura, river Jarua, river Purus, river Madeira, river Jaruca, all, and river Zingu, all move into the Amazon River basin region, and all empty them, meet the Amazon River, which is the largest river at present, and then it empties itself into the North Atlantic Ocean next to the Marajo Island itself. Apart from that, we move to the eastern part of the coast of Brazil. You will find Itapecuru River and Paranaíba River. São Francisco, if you check out this river, it is starting from the southern part of it, Brazil. If you look at it very carefully, the river São Francisco starts from the southern part of it, moves right up towards the north, and takes a very sharp eastward turn. It takes a very sharp eastward turn, and the distance it flows is 1000 kilometers on the platform or on the plateau region. It is 1000 kilometers out there, and the navigable distance of the downstream region of that river is 250 kilometers. I told you earlier, the width of the river Amazon and that of the river São Francisco is 150 to 200 and 250 kilometers in width, not the length, but it is in the width form, where largest amount of water transport is available and cheapest mode of water transport is available there. Now out here, if you see, there's so much of greenery, so much of water available there, but the scarcity of human being is there. Even though everything is available, yet the problem is that people do not live out there. Why do people do not live out there? The reason is the density or the dense forest, the dense jungle, the dense wood, which is rather having ample amount of wildlife out there, ample amount of food stock out there, but yet life is rather dangerous, life is rather facing a lot of problems out there. Therefore, man does not live out there in that case. Then if you move down again towards the Parana of the Pathanal region, you find another three rivers, the Parana river in that case, and the Uruguay river and the Paraguay river. All these three rivers move into from Brazil into the eastern or the other land frontiers of Brazil itself, where you have your Paraguay, the country of Uruguay, the country of Argentina, the country of Paraguay. All these countries are also there, where you can see that same rivers are moving into those particular region. Apart from that, you have a good grassland region out here that is known as the Pampas. You have the Pathanal area where you have swampy region out there. All this is available because of rainfall all around the year. Brazil receives equatorial rainfall because being on the equatorial region, there is ample amount of water throughout the year. There is no day in Brazil where there is no rainfall. Every day is having rainfall in Brazil, whereas in India it is only 4 months. That is June, July, August, September is the main monsoon region where we receive summer rainfalls, whereas Brazil receives rainfall all around the year. And the rivers of Brazil are perennial, whereas rivers of India are not all perennial, only the rivers which are fed by the Himalayan mountains, where the snowfall, where the ice fall is there, and as they melt, the rivers of the Himalayan rivers are perennial rivers. Perennial rivers means water available all around the year. Any questions, any queries, any doubts, you may ask me. One more thing, you can refer to, I have not written here, last time I had given it, refer to Phonics Educare, which is available free of cost on YouTube. So you're most welcome to refer to YouTube. You can watch it out there also, and you must see the videos on time. Please subscribe to the channel, please share your videos, please like your videos, so that we know that you are all viewing the videos and you do not have any queries in that case. If you have any doubts, if you have any queries, if you have any problems, any sentence, any line, any word not understood, you are most welcome to ask me. I am available 24/7. Thank you. Jazakallah.